Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.
Hello there and welcome to the show. Now, imagine leaving your country of birth to become a soldier in the British Army, but inevitably ending up the founder and CEO of your very own company based in the UK. Yes, this is the story of our guest today, Dominic Chumo. We will tell you more about him in a bit, and also on the show, rest and recuperation activities by Chams media crew in Trans Nzoia County. My name is Michael Zimanji, and here are our highlights.
He left Kenya to join the British Army.
I thought to be a soldier is just to hold a gun and shoot, but I was surprised when I came to UK and most of my job was on computer.
Now, Dominic Chumo is the founder and CEO of 3 UK-based companies with a call center at Eldama Ravine, Baringo County.
My passion is to do business since when I was in high school.
On our Back Home segment, Hidden Treasures of Trans Nzoia, as Chams media crew enjoys some adventure at Africana Yard Cottages Kitale and Mount Elgon National Park.
Most of the food products that are served here are African.
The terrain in Mount Elgon, it's spectacular.
With that out of the way, let's now cross over to the UK for Dominic Chumo's story.
Dominic Chumo is living the best of both worlds, running businesses in the UK and in Kenya. Yes, Chumo is a self-made entrepreneur, having established 3 successful companies since arriving in the UK.
My passion was to do business. Since when I was in high school, I knew that I wanted to do business, and that's what I was focused to do. Whenever we were on holiday, I was busy doing things here and there to make money.
This zeal was amplified when he joined the British Army back in 2008 while studying at Kenya Methodist University.
I had some friends who were in the military already, and they're the people who assisted me. A friend called Jackson Simate, he was in the Navy, and that's how I get to know that there was something like British Army. I've gone to Afghanistan, which I did 7 months. I went to Falklands, did 4 months over there. Different fun, different world, different things, and I really enjoyed it. Travel everywhere within UK with the British Army, learning new skills. When I was in Kenya, I thought to be a soldier is just to hold a gun and shoot, but I was surprised when I came to UK and most of my job was on computer. We would set up the radar, configure the computer, the locations, the area you want to cover. You feed all those information into the computer. There was a software provided by a company called Lockheed Martin, and we would be feeding all the coordinates and everything there, and we would sit on that screen for 8 hours monitoring artillery rocket motors, and whenever we pick those things, we will alert the frontline guys to check at them to verify before they fire anything to them.
With the experience he had received while in the army, Chumo eventually retired and started his very own company, Chunic Limited, a farming and construction company. This was back in 2011.
I grew up in a farm and now do farming as well. The kind of farming I'm doing now is I want to breed beef cattle and improve the breeds we have. I've really interacted with farmers since 2011, and through my business, I really want to give it back to the country by modernizing the way farming is done.
Through Chunic, Chumo was also able to come up with bold new innovations to revolutionize farming practices in Kenya.
We also in a process of building an application which will assist our farmers to get information like how to maintain their crops, access to the extension officers, access to modern ways of doing farming. Also in that application we want to incorporate whether we have a challenge in Kenya whereby people are not able to understand the weather, unlike in developed countries whereby they can tell the weather for sometimes. So that's another thing we want to incorporate so that farmers can know when to maybe to harvest or to understand the weather in advance to plan on what they want to do. Also, we want to introduce what we call tractor Uber, same as tractor Uber, so that we understand from our experience dealing with farmers, we understand farmers will have a tractor whereby they will use once in a year. So what we want to do, we want to make that farmer utilize the tractor to get some income by leasing the tractor to someone who needs in a very organized way, whereby you will find another farmer has got only the plow, another farmer has got the planter, another one's got a trailer, and one who doesn't have a trailer will be able to benefit from that person.
In addition, Chumo also runs Kenya Diaspora Media, a digital media company that was founded in 2020 with the aim of connecting the African diaspora through weekly shows and online publications. Since establishment, Chunik has experienced tremendous growth, especially in recent times. Chumo has further established a call center in his hometown of Eldamaravine, Baringo County. This is after realizing that there are many companies in the world that are outsourcing their customer care services.
Our vision is to really bring the India to Kenya, specifically to Ravine, because we look Ravine as still a growing town, whereby it's still cheap, and also that will enable us pay good money to our staff, and they will still live a good quality life. So we want to set up a bigger space for people to outsource their call center services to us. I'm looking to really work here in UK to get clients from UK or anywhere in the world and push the jobs to Kenya. So that is what our office in Eldamaravine will be doing.
Indeed, that's job creation, home and away. And Chumo is able to manage his business effectively in both countries across the borders thanks to technology. The call center in Eldamaravine is a testament of Kenya's growing ICT sector. The daring Chumo has plans to open another office in Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Our main focus is to build the developers, so that's why we have the office in Nairobi, which will be mainly having the technical team, the developers who will be sitting there to develop application systems and websites. At the moment, we are developing applications for some of our clients in the UK.
So, from military man to CEO, Chumo's life has really come full circle, overcoming challenges along the way.
Nothing is easy. You have to put a lot of time, you face challenges here and there. Doing business in Kenya is very challenging. The obstacles you have in Kenya is 10 times or 100 times what obstacle we have in the UK. Doing business in UK is very easy. During the COVID time, we got a lot of support here in UK. The government will give you very cheap loans, a grace period not to pay the loan maybe for 12 months. While in Kenya, the taxman will be on your door when you were nearly closing the shop. I was really shocked. Myself, I've lived here since when I was 24, so most of my life, let's say my active life, I've left here. And when I went home, I wanted to do the very clean business whereby no bribery, no this and that. But you get that, you're frustrated. Everywhere there's frustration. But I didn't give up because this is my country.
It is for this reason that the Kabarnet High School alumnus is excited about the new regime's focus on the diaspora, with the hope that doing business from abroad will be easier.
Some of us really gave up doing business, or majority of Kenyans in diaspora, and gave up doing business in Kenya because of the bureaucracy which is there. And I think the only thing this government can assist us is to simplify the way things are done. instead of having 7 agencies to come and inspect one thing, if they can simplify to have only one agent doing that job and shorten the time of doing things. Something which will take us here 30 minutes takes us 3 days in Kenya. So if that can be done, or this government can do that, will really help out.
Chumo is proud of what he's been able to accomplish, and being the patriot he is, he's still finding more ways to give back to his motherland. And as we conclude, his parting shot from his experience abroad is never give up.
My greatest fulfillment is that having to do business successfully in the diaspora, going out and not thinking that I need to be employed to live. We glorify some of our people whenever in Kenya. And since I was in the military, sometimes they would dismiss you, but when you prove them wrong, that you are capable, and they respected you. And the harder you work, they will see you better and they put you in that position. Position is the same thing with the business here. When they realize you're running a successful business in their country, they really respect you. And a lot of Kenyans will tell you that. A lot of Kenyans are very hardworking.
Never give up. That is Dominic Chumo's story. Many thanks to him and valuable lessons there. Time now for us to go on a break, but when we return,
Most of the food products that are served here are African.
The terrain in Mount Elgon, it's spectacular.
rest and recuperation activities by Chams Media in Trans Nzoia County.
With Remitly, you can send money to Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and over 40 other African countries with low or no fees, so more money gets home. Loved ones can receive their money through familiar options like MTN, M-Pesa, First Bank, Access Bank, and more. Plus, an ever-expanding network of bank deposit, mobile money, and cash pickup availability. You will also get real-time transfer updates so you know where your money is through the whole transfer process. Download the Remitly app today and get a special offer on your first transfer.
Own your dream home for as low as 1.98 million Kenya shillings in Vipingo, Kilifi, and enjoy a flexible payment plan of 10% on signing of the letter of offer and the balance in equal monthly installments within 18 months. Supported by world-class amenities and infrastructure, our estates offer a unique, secure environment with a wide range of outdoor facilities. SMS Vipingo to 22365 or call us today on 0740 400 215. Terms and conditions apply.
You're watching Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.
Welcome back to the show. Now, Daring Abroad not only takes you beyond borders, but we also showcase Kenya's beauty to the world. And today, on our Back Home segment, we are in Trans Nzoia County, where Chams Media crew was able to have an adventurous time in the county. And we begin at Africana Yard Cottages in Kitale. My colleague Alex Chamwada has more on this story.
It was yet another time for adventure as the Daring Abroad team this time round landed in Kitale during the Easter holiday break. First stop, Africana Yard Cottages. Where we were welcomed with some really good local jig. Yes, this color and pomp was all about the official opening of the resort, whose vibes had gone far and wide in Trans Nzoia County. Then the unveiling of the plaque. Invited guests included representatives from the county government of Trans Nzoia, Kenya Wildlife Services, the prison department, the church, and tourism stakeholders under Trans Nzoia Tourism Association. The message was clear. Trans Nzoia County is beautiful and has so much to offer to the world other than what it is known for as Kenya's breadbasket.
We want to be out there. We want to be national. We want to be international. So we want to attract international interest to Trans Nzoia.
As Trans Nzoia Green Initiative, we're looking at various ways of making sure that even as we develop, we have spaces of green that we can go to enjoy. We have spaces of green that we can plant flowers, plant trees.
I want to assure you of our support. We'll continue working together. We'll continue patronizing this place. And I would appeal that you make this event a monthly event.
The governor, Trans Nzoia County, was represented by the county secretary, Trufosa Amere.
Carol embodies what it means to network. And when you network, even her friends, the ones she used to work with before, it is such a wonderful event to see what happens when someone can spread their center. But on behalf of the county government, we are committed to ensuring that the tourism sector grows in leaps and bounds. And for this, we will work with small and medium enterprises.
Africana Yard Cottages was co-founded by Mr. and Mrs. Pete Zonneveld, who introduced their families to the guests.
We have different types of people, but most of the clientele we get quite some tourists from abroad. And farmers, Kitale is a place where most people come for farming. So we have a lot of people who have big farms here and they live in Nairobi. So they come here for farming. Students who have come to learn in Mount Elgon and are doing research. So those are mostly our clients. Apart from accommodation, food, we offer conferences, we offer team building. We also offer the ground. There's people who they just want the ground so that they can enjoy the serenity. So we offer the ground and also outside catering. So most of the food products that are served here are African. We also serve European food and other food, but the main food that are easily available is African. Our decor is simply made of African, including the chairs and all furnitures. They all try to promote the African culture so that in future, people don't forget about it.
Africana Yard Cottages is strategically located along the Kitale-Webuye Road near the Kitale Airstrip or St. Joseph Boys High School.
We started Africana Yard slowly and a bit by accident, but especially the last 2 years we put a big effort in it. We built quite a lot of things and somehow the place is ready.
Caro and Pete have a very interesting beginning. Pete, who is an agronomist from the Netherlands, fell in love with Caro in Naivasha in 2006. At that time, Caro was a casual worker at a flower farm which was being managed by Pete.
Oh, Carol, that's a very romantic story. I met Carol in between the roses. Slowly we fell in love and got married.
Caro, who is a former house help with good from 4 grades, says a miracle came knocking when Pete sponsored her for university education.
I went to KC University and I graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce in Finance and Administration. Then I tried to find jobs. That time I went to Naivasha. My first job was in Simba Lodge Hotel in Naivasha. And my husband was just working in the nearby flower farm. So after that, we came to Kitale and I ended up working with an NGO called Free Pentecostal Fellowship in Kenya, which is supported by different donors. And I worked with them for 9 years. I just left the job 2 years ago so that I can concentrate in Africana and make sure it achieves the dreams we have for it.
Africana Yard Cottages is sitting on a land the couple had bought to establish their family home in 2012. Little did they know that it would turn out to be a resort attracting many initiatives that promote livelihoods in this region. For example, a program that is known as Africana Creation. Through this initiative, Africana Yard has provided space here for exhibition to promote not only the youths but also women in the creative industry.
They promote their business, they do networking. It opens more opportunities for them, both locally and even abroad in future.
So all these are the fruits of a selfless couple working hard to make a difference in Trans Nzoia County, a spirit that is worth emulating.
Amazing sights and sounds there. I'm a bit sad to have missed that one, but I will definitely be on the next. But the fun doesn't stop for you. Yes, Chams Media crew also had an opportunity to visit Mount Elgon National Park, and here is how it went down. The journey to Mount Elgon National Park began with a scenic 45-minute trip from Kitale to the leafy paradise. Known for its diverse ecosystem, the park is home to hundreds of animal species and plant life that contribute to the unique flora and fauna found there.
Nice to meet you.
The excitement is infectious. On arrival, a warm reception. But there is no time to waste. Accompanied by some rangers, the team hits the ground running. First stop, Elkoni Waterfall. Wow, breathtaking.
Mount Elgon National Park is a very beautiful park. We have a pristine forest with a lot of biodiversity. We have these unique elephants in the park. We also have several waterfalls, which are also an attraction in the park. Visitors do like visiting and maybe have showers and have a feel. They are continuous, but their levels vary with the season. Maybe when there is high rain, their levels go up, and when it is a dry season, the levels go down, but they are always permanent.
Now, Mount Elgon National Park is part of the Western Conservation Areas. These are protected areas with special architectural and historic interest that are desirable to preserve or enhance.
If you look at the terrain in Mount Elgon, it's spectacular. It's nothing like what you see elsewhere. So there are definitely areas of enjoyment. This is a very rich area in terms of culture, in terms of our wildlife heritage, in terms of the wealth that God has endowed this country with.
The other attractions which you can enjoy when you come here, you can have bird watching. The park is known, it's an important bird area also, famous for 144 species of birds. It is also a manned and biosphere reserve, internationally recognized by UNESCO. You can do the hiking. This is the only park you can hike up to Uganda side.
We've done it, and we did it, and you're not tired.
You will also have photography. You can also come and enjoy maybe even during weddings and these other occasions in our special campsites and public campsites, and even rest in our guest houses and bandas.
Speaking of activities, one must-visit site is Kitum Cave, a popular attraction for tourists and the team's next stop. This is just one of the over 40 caves found in the area. The uniqueness, salt mining elephants.
Giza sana, and we are learning a lot of history hapa. We have elephants was nakuja hapa hivi kulamba chumvi ya mawe huku hivi Kitum Caves. Yeah, vile tu amesema. Salty soil.
Tuko hapa.
The Mount Elgon National Park, where you have the only elephant population that mines in the cave. This is nowhere else in the world.
Amazing. Mount Elgon is indeed a treasure trove of natural beauty and adventure, but perhaps the most impressive fact is the topography. So, you best believe the team had to do some sightseeing. This is how the team concluded the trip, a serene hike through the forest, ending at Elephant Viewpoint. What a magical experience. So, the next time you're in Trans Nzoia County, how about making a pit stop at this Kenyan paradise? Amazing. That story signifies the end of our show today. But before we wind up, we have been bringing you investment opportunities by Centum Real Estate, including Two Rivers. And today, we bring you Elma 1 Apartments. Located at Kasarani, get yourself a luxurious 2-bedroom apartment with state-of-the-art amenities including a mini soccer pitch, a mini tennis court, convenient retail center, ample parking and much more, all from as low as 6.3 million Kenya shillings with flexible payment plan. Many thanks to our guests and for you for watching. But for now, let's do this next time.
Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.